Alright guys, Carl from the Stogie Lads back with another cigar review. Today I've got an absolute classic, and it's been way too long since I had the cigar last. Hoyo the Monterrey Epicure number 2. One of the most well-known Cuban robustos. I've done the Partiga Serie D number 4 on this channel before, so I thought it was time to whip out this lighter robusto, but still, one of the most famous ones there are. Hoyo the Monterrey as a brand has been around for forever, pretty much. And like I said, this Epicure number 2 is sort of their, flagship cigar in terms of regular production. Smells beautiful, just light earth, little grass. And yeah, this is a perfect, light, earlier day cigar. Obviously a huge name, perfect with a coffee, for example. Now I've already cut this, and as per usual with Cuban cigars, the draw is a little bit tight. So I've got my perfect draw tool here. Let's see if I need to use it. I'm gonna go outside and light up the cigar first. We'll see if I need to use my draw tool. If I do, then it'll be the first time. I got this a couple months ago. I've been lucky enough not to have to be able to use it. So if it is, it's the first time. Glad I get some use out of it at least, but we shall see. I smoked the Epicure number 1 this spring, or last spring, around somewhere close to summer at least. Lovely cigar and a lovely vitola, but we shall see what this cigar brings. I mean, this one is even more famous, so excited to light it up. Alright, first third here, just lit it up and had a few puffs. I did not need the draw tool. It is tight, but it's perfectly fine. As you can see, it's burning perfectly. This is a supremely creamy cigar right now. Lots of cream, just a hint of earth. A lot of cedar here in the beginning. Sitting this down on my ashtray, I'm saying that because this cigar is so legendary, good with the pairing, and I've got my Stogie Lads mug. I did bring like a quarter cup of coffee, and holy smokes, might be a good word for it. This is both the cigar and the coffee together are just accentuating each other perfectly. This is so creamy, and the coffee becomes even more creamy. The cedar here kind of counters it. I don't know, it's just extremely good. This is like the perfect coffee cigar. So far I'm getting a very light earth, a little bit of cedar, a tiny bit of creamy coffee on here as well. Perfect cigar right in this beginning. If this does sound good to you by the end of this, you can check out our link in our description down there, and we actually have some Cuban cigar packs that we put together with a retailer here in Sweden that ships internationally, and the Hoyo de Monterrey number 2, Epicure number 2, is part of that pack, along with some other very good recommendation cigars to get into Cuban cigars. So you can check that out if this does sound interesting. But yeah, what a cigar so far. We'll see if this opens up even more. Right now, though, a lot of cedar, some slight earth, and I'll get back to you in the second third. So I am a ways in here, and it's quite astonishing how well balanced this cigar is. Even though it's very light, like I said, the flavor is really there. The construction, as you can see, is ridiculously good. I mean, this is extremely rare for non-Cohiba cigars. This is burning like a dream. But it is just a symphony of flavors that are all just so ridiculously well balanced. It's a light earth, it's a light cedar, it's a very creamy sort of cafe latte thing, and there's definitely cocoa on there as well. And it's just like all of those have been mixed up, blended together, and somehow none is taking over anything from the other. They're all just in perfect harmony. It is a very good cigar so far. There is not even a hint of any spice or harshness. It is, like I said, supremely smooth, and that's not a connotation of quality. That's just a part of the cigar. I mean, it's not a powerhouse. It's not a pepper bomb. It's not rough around the edges in any way. It's like a soft pillow. I don't know how to explain it. It's so creamy and so smooth, and yeah. The retrohale is not aggressive, but the only thing the retrohale really brings to the table is a light white pepper. This is not a very retrohale necessary cigar, but so far, absolute delight. Really good. Earlier in the day cigar so far, A+, really good. All right, just a quick little update here on the flavors. Still burning perfectly. The ash dropped a little ago. I'm like pretty much halfway around-ish. The cedar has dropped off now. It's not there anymore. The earth has taken a little bit of a back seat. And that creamy, very sweet cocoa has taken center stage a little more. It's a little more prominent, very delicious. I like the shifts, just adds a lot to the complexity. Yeah, this is such a perfectly blended cigar. The flavors are just so good together. It's crazy. Still, that creamy coffee is very, very prominent, and yeah, it's delicious. More complexity. Still, not even a hint of anything harsh or rough or spicy. The retrohale doesn't really show anything that the palate doesn't. But yeah, I am burning through it with no problem. I mean, this is so good. I'm about like 35 minutes in, I guess-ish, so it's probably going to be around a classic hour for the robusto. Great complexity so far. And a little bit of roasted peanuts came through halfway through the second third, but that's kind of gone now. It was just there for a little bit, but that was also, great to add to the complexity. Fantastic. All right, so as I'm in the final third here, to round this cigar up, just some technical things. It's been almost an hour now, so this is going to last me in the end over an hour. To put it on like the body scale, like how full, how light it was, I'd say this is like in the grand scheme of things, like bringing Nicaragua in the picture and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty much a light medium cigar. In terms of Cuban cigars, it's pretty medium. It's light, but it also isn't because it's very flavorful. So it's a little hard to explain that. But yeah, fantastic cigar all in all. Flavor-wise now, it's a lot more earthy now. That sweetness is taking a step back. I've gotten, every few puffs, I've gotten this like dark cherry note, which has been delicious. Even more complexity added onto this already beautiful stick. Again, not a single touch-up needed. Not even once. It's burned absolutely perfectly. Pretty rare for a Cuban cigar. So yeah, I'm more than happy. This is one of those sticks that I'll remember for a long time. This is the ones that inspire you to go back and smoke more because you just want to hit these like Nirvana stage cigars. To score this might be the highest score I've given on this channel. I can't remember, but this is a solid 94. This was an all-time classic stick. Absolutely wonderful smoke. Again, you can check out the links in the description if you want to get a pack with this cigar included and some other really good introductory ones. I'd recommend this, even if you don't buy through us, it's fine. But I'd recommend this to any, beginner to cigars, beginner to Cubans. It's an absolutely marvelous, marvelous cigar. Making this video has been a true pleasure for me, as you can tell. Yeah, all our links are in the description. You can find everything on stogielads.com. I really hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did making it. And I will see you guys in the next review. Cheers, guys.